live today. Ladies and gentlemen, from New York, please help me welcome Jason Ledjani.
It's so nice of her to say such nice things about me. I like that.
I'm awake now. I'm awake.
I get it. Ladies, I get it. It's a lot to absorb at once. Now, how's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah. Great now.
I'm here to show you some sleight of hand with cards. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Better be. It's my show. Now, what's your name?
Aaron.
Aaron, you're going to keep me honest, all right? The stuff that I'm about to do, I have to pull off in casinos and home games and such. And if you see me put a card up my sleeve, I want you to say something. I'll take the card back out. Fair enough?
What should I say?
Just say you put a card up your sleeve. If you see me shuffle the cards or cut the cards in a way you're not satisfied with, say something. All right? I'll shuffle and cut again. Yeah, good. I like it.
Cool, I like
We're on
it.
the same page here. Now, would you like a souvenir before we even begin?
Of course.
Great. Souvenirs are $50. And like that, we're up $100. Look at that. I said $100, right?
I heard
Yeah, 200 is fine. I heard 300, but that's a different story. Now,
It's all right.
does anyone here know what a proposition bet is? It's one that you run into in Las Vegas quite a bit. A proposition bet is one bet that you can't win. So in other words, you may read the conditions of the bet and it seems enticing, but in reality, there's no way you can win a prop bet. So you did bring some money with you tonight, right?
Of course.
He admits it. That's your first problem. All right. So I'll show you a prop bet I do when I need to make some extra cash. Now, I just gave these cards a shuffle. Can you give the cards a cut the way it's done in the game? Cut about half the cards over. Excellent. Complete the cut? Excellent. Now, I want you to think of any card that you want in the deck, but don't think of the ace of spades. It's very common. Gotcha.
That's my favorite.
Don't think of the queen of hearts or the queen of diamonds. Beautiful women often think of the queen of hearts or the queen of diamonds. There's my card. Now, I want you to think of any card that you want, but think of something I could not have anticipated. Later, I don't want you to say, oh, well, everybody probably thinks of that card. So have you got one in mind?
Got one.
Good. Now, you have to admit, I cannot possibly know what card you're only thinking of. You have to admit that, right?
I do.
Good. And I'll place 2 aces on the table. Can you verify for the rest of the audience there's only 2 aces on the table? Oh, no. Don't trust me. Pick them up. Make sure there's only 2 cards. That's your second mistake. Don't trust me. Only 2 cards, right?
Yes.
Here's the bet. Would you be willing to bet $100 that I can make whatever card you're only thinking of simply materialize in between the 2 aces? I'm saying simply materialize in between those aces. Would you take that bet for $100?
No.
That's a wise man. Several people that have. Let's assume you just said yes.
All
As a
right.
matter of fact, that's what I heard, yes. For the first time, name that card out loud.
7 of diamonds.
You have just lost. You have just lost $100. It's that easy. Money goes quick around here. There's an ace on top of the deck, then we have every single card. There's an ace on the bottom of the deck. So answer me, yes or no? Is the 7 of diamonds in between the aces? Yes. Lost the money in front of 40 witnesses.
Embarrassing.
It is.
Yeah.
Now you can only imagine.
You look good then.
Oh, I look good too. It's the high cheekbones and the chiseled jaw. I get it.
Yes.
Some people don't want to pay up, so I'm going to have to do it the hard way. Don't take your eyes off the aces. Nobody take your eyes off the aces, because it's in an instant that this one's gone and this one's gone. The aces melt off the top and bottom of the deck and jump into the center of the deck, trapping 1 card only. I know, talented and good looking, I get it. Can you take that card out, show it to everybody? You said the 7 of diamonds, right? Hold it high, show it to everybody. It's a lot to absorb. I get it. I understand. And the cheekbones and the jawline. It's a lot. But you also have to factor in the piercing green eyes and the textured hair, the tailored suit, the fast car, the 6-pack.
Yeah, the personality is the
Yeah,
best.
man, 6-pack.
And you were so young and beautiful compared to the rest of the performance here.
Ladies, please.
Ouch. Oh.
I'm trying to do a show here. But also, it's the perfect amount of 5 o'clock shadow that says I'm a bad boy. But it's soft, which says I'm sensitive. May we continue? Is this-
I'm all, I need to get a new seat.
Hang on.
Oh my.
Hand this back a few rows.
They're my friends. They're my friends. Christina.
Not me.
Amanda. Bitches.
I get it.
I'm
I get it.
So much.
Now, if we may continue, I'm here to demonstrate some sleight of hand for you guys. So, I asked you up here to keep me honest, and that is very important. And you're doing a great job so far. Not really, but I'm just saying that. So I will give the cards a thorough shuffle like this. And if you and I were playing cards for money, would you be satisfied that that is a fair and honest shuffle from top to bottom? Would you be satisfied? Yes?
Yes.
Good. No, they're really, the cards are going together, you can see that. Would you be satisfied if after the cards were shuffled that they were cut like this? Would you be satisfied that it's a fair and honest cut? Yes?
I mean, I think the right side was a little lighter than the left side.
Do you want me to cut
but
again?
I'll just
It's
say
up to you.
yeah.
You're running the show. We'll
That's
slow the
fine.
whole shot on for you. You want me to cut again? Cut again or no?
That's cute.
Cut again or no?
No, don't do it.
Okay, good.
Do you think?
Then I found the two people that I would like to play cards with.
Oh,
Did you say, oh my God, it's Jason? Just call me Jason. Can you verify there's only 4 cards there? That's important. Just 4 cards. I've done this before and people accuse me of cheating. I can't imagine why. Now I'm about to demonstrate a particular method of cheating you may have never heard of before. Has anyone here ever heard of palming cards before?
yes.
Okay, good. I will demonstrate palming, the particular palm that I use anyway, and you may have never heard of it before. So that way, if you ever play cards for money, you feel a little bit safer. I'll use the ace of spades, the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, and the ace of diamonds, of course. And I'm going to leave the aces on the table like this. And I'm going to see if I can palm these 3 aces one at a time from here over to here. Now the palm that I do looks like this. I want you to watch close. I'll expose it. It looks like that. I don't know if anyone can tell I've got a card palmed. It's well, it's difficult because it's an invisible palm. Right? You can't see the card. Watch until I place it down
Oh.
on the table.
What?
You can clap. I don't mind. That leaves you with the 2 red aces here, and of course the 2 black aces here. Now I'm sensing you guys are having difficulty adapting to this new reality, so I'll do it again for you. I'm going to leave the 2 black aces together here, and this one's for you. Watch close, okay? Can you tell that I've got the ace of hearts palmed, right? Well, it's right here. Watch. You can't see it. Watch close until I place it down on the table. That's when the ace of hearts becomes visible. Did I hear "Oh my God" again?
Yeah.
Jason.
That was a what?
Oh my Jason. Oh my Jason. Now, watch close. For the ace of diamonds, I'll do it the way I would in a game. Typically in a card game, I'd be palming right off the top of the deck. So for the ace of diamonds, I'll do just that. I'll palm it right off the top. Now watch this. This is for you. If I push down, you can see the moment that it goes right up into my hand. It's easy. Now you can't see it, of course. Well, no, it's not here. It's not here. It's right here. Watch. You just, when I place it down on the table, that's when the ace of diamonds. Well, there you go. Now you know how to do something. Fair enough. Can you? I want to give away a souvenir. This is a little something for you. I promised a $500 souvenir. That's for you. You can have that. Got your $500 souvenir right here. Now I'll do one more to finish up. And whenever I perform my shows, I always get the same questions after the applause dies down and I pick up my roses and everything. People tend to ask the same questions. I've been performing so long, I've heard all the same things all the time. People ask, what's it like to be you? And what's it like to be right all the time? And, what's the point of trying to be humble when you're so good at everything? And, just the big, how fast is your car? And things like that. Why does my kid look like you? I don't know. Show me the test, lady, okay? That joke worked better in the last show, but anyway. People eventually they get around to the same question. They ask, what does it look like to cheat in a card game? For real, right? So I'll show you guys a real world version of what it looks like to cheat in a game. Now, as they mentioned in the introduction, I did some consulting for an ABC story, right? I was on ABC and Inside Edition, and they had me demonstrate some particular cheating moves. And whenever I'm on a show like that, they always have me cut out the 4 aces or maybe find a royal flush or something. But that's not the way it works in the real world. If you and I were playing cards for money and I gave myself 4 aces, it would be pretty obvious that I was cheating, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right? So if you're taking notes and you're thinking of quitting your day job, here's the secret. The secret to winning in a card game, or the secret to cheating in a card game. Yeah, look at this guy, really is taking it.
A lot of wrestling back then.
I
heard it.
The secret is this. You only want to deal yourself a hand that's strong enough to win, but weak enough that it doesn't arouse any suspicion, right? So that's why the 4 aces aren't going to cut it. So let's try this. If this was the deck that I had to work with, I would try for something pretty modest. I would say the 2 of clubs. Now, the 2 of clubs isn't going to knock off any pots. I'll tell you that right now. We all can agree on that. However, if I get the cards cut like this, 3 of a kind probably take down a pot. Now, I don't want you to think I was showing off just then. I was not showing off.
Oh.
Showing off means to give the cards a cut like this and find the 4th and final 2. That's showing off, just so you know.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, I don't want you to be
Yeah, I
confused.
was confused for a moment.
Now, as amazing as that is, it's still not the way it works in the real world. How many times did I cut the cards just then?
Like 4.
No, that last one was like 15 and a half, okay? I can't cut the cards like that in a card game. It would be so obvious that I was cheating. So a real card cheat has to be much more efficient. So I'm going to leave the 2s back in the deck, and thank you for keeping me honest. I like that. 2s go back into the deck, and I'll show you that I can do it much more efficiently. I'll give the cards only 1 cut and only 1 shuffle. And I'll show you that I can still regain control over those 2s.
Wow.
I know.
Cheater,
I've seen it before. I know. It's good. Now, as amazing as that was, that's still not the way it works in the world. Because if I brought the 2s to the top of the deck and I dealt in a card game right now, guess what?
Cheater.
Everybody gets a 2, so that's not going to help me out. A real card cheat has to learn how to stack the deck. So I'll leave the 2s face up so you can follow what happens. Now, if you've never heard of stacking before, it just means that it's going to look like I shuffle the cards, but in reality, I'm kind of rearranging the cards so that when I deal, I receive the 2s. Now, it's your lucky night, because for once in my life, I'll be honest, this portion of the deck actually is getting shuffled. It really is. You can see that. But the portion with the 2s, not so much. Watch what happens when I deal in a 4-handed game. In only 2 shuffles, I literally stack the 2s into the position that I needed so that when I deal, I simply receive the 2s. I know.
You're kidding me.
I know. You can clap. I don't mind. But that's still not the way it works in the real world. Look, you and I were playing cards for money. What do you have? A king high. So I went through all the trouble to give myself an amazing hand of 4 2s, but you only have a king. You're not going to bet any money on this. So I will give you the most authentic version of what it looks like to cheat the game. If you only had a king high, I might give you a pair of kings in the middle. That way you'd have trip kings. You'd probably bet on trip kings, right?
Probably.
Good. Excellent. So this is the last time. Last time I did this, I had 4 2s face up on top of the deck. You can't do that in a card game. So I'll leave the 4 2s face down in the middle. Last time I was only concerned with dealing myself the 2s, but this time, just for you, what's your name?
Robert.
Robert, you're right. Robert, this time not only will I stack the 2s, I'll give my opponent a decent hand worth betting on. Would you be impressed if I could do that, Robert?
Sure, yeah.
What, did somebody over here think? Did anyone else catch that?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good.
Then I'm not Robert.
Yes. Stack the 2s. Now, I noticed you hesitated a little bit, but that's okay. I don't know how closely anybody was watching, but last time I didn't cut the cards. You always cut the cards after the cards are shuffled.
Yep.
Now, I'll ask you one last time. Would you be impressed if I could stack the 2s and give my opponent a good hand?
No.
Yes.
Somebody said no. This is for you. That's why I stacked my opponent the 4 2s. Why would I give my opponent the 4 2s? Because I'm just narrowly going to beat him with 4.
Oh my God.
Now, hang on a second. I was going to finish right there, but we have a major issue. Somebody over here said no. I said, would you be impressed? And he said no. Was it you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you have a point because there's 52 cards in the deck and I only controlled 8 of them. I was not going to do this, but... Now, what's your name?
Yasmin.
I can't sleep at night unless I know this is the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your life. I want you to name any one of the 4 suits. Spades, clubs, hearts, or diamonds. Up to you. Hearts. Now, if I were just to cut into the deck without looking, just to cut into the deck and cut to a heart, obviously the audience would be impressed, but not you. You're like, all right, he's good, but he's practiced a lot, but I want to see what he's done with his life. So this is for you. I'll find all of the hearts. As a matter of fact, I'll find them in order, just for you. So I'll give the cards a cut like this to find the 4 Oh, still not impressed. Oh no, it's fine. I'll work harder. No, it's fine. It's my fault. It's my fault. Don't worry about it. How about 2 at a time? I'll throw the deck and find the 5. Oh, still not impressed. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I've only practiced a lifetime. It's fine.
Oh
It's
my
fine.
God.
She's like, I paid money to be here. Let's see what you've done. Okay, fine. How about this? She's like, let's do 3 at a time. So I'll give the cards a shuffle and a cut like this to find the 7, the 8, and then oh, she's starting to come around. that one got her a little bit. Which means all that's left is a royal flush. A royal flush in hearts, because that's what you wanted. Now I'm going to give the cards a very specific shuffle that creates a star-shaped pattern. Of course, a star is made up of 5 points. And this particular star happens to be made up of a royal flush in hearts.
Oh my God.
Now, if you are waiting to take pictures, now is the appropriate. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, okay, well, that really, honestly, is the most amazing thing that I've ever seen in my life. So, people sometimes ask me, what is the most amazing thing that I've ever seen in my life? And it is not to have found all of the hearts in the deck. It is to have also found all of the spades in perfect numerical order. To have also found all the, wait, there's more. All of the diamonds in perfect numerical order, and to have also found all of the clubs is the most amazing thing that I have ever seen. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. My name is Jason Legatti. Thank you and good night.